Okay. Today I'm gonna do something a bit different. I'm gonna do Suminagashi. I think that's what it's called, or what it's pronounced like. And while I prepare all the things that I need, I'm gonna talk a bit about what you actually need and why I like it and where it comes from, a bit about its like historical heritage. And so I'm gonna prepare my things now and talk a bit in the voiceover. So you need a few things. You need a container with water, you need acrylic ink or Japanese Suminagashi ink, which I don't have. You need blotting paper or Japanese calligraphy paper. It has to be able to soak up the colors and hold them. You need brushes and the second container with water as well to make like to put into the ink, so you have like these distinct like different circles. And then in general it's quite easy. You take the brush with the ink and you just put it on the surface of the water, and in my case I used a little bit of soap, mixed it into the water, because that makes the surface area more, I don't know how to say, it's more like stable. It holds the ink better. And then it's a very like a chill process. I think it's very relaxing. You can just take the brush with the ink, let the ink float, then take the brush with the water, and so on. So you can just repeat that as long as you like. And if you want to make like different kind of forms into the shape, you can blow on the water and it gets like the lines get a bit more squiggly. Or you could also take something like a needle and you can pull on the ink, and as like when you like the shape that you have in the water, you can take the paper and just put it in and then let it dry. So that's basically the whole process. A bit about like how it was like traditionally. It's like Suminagashi is literally just translated in Japanese. It's floating ink, and traditionally you would use just ink and water without soap, and it is the oldest paper marbling form, and it was like its roots are in the 12th century in Japan. It's seen as like a very mindful activity, and when you do it, you can really it's really relaxing. You can really feel how it makes sense as like a mindfulness practice or even like meditation, and the results are quite cool as well. I think if you look at the end result, I like them as like a decoration in my room. I have 2 Suminagashis, and I never get tired of looking at them, because it's a very like, it's a beautiful process, and the end product is very cool as well. So if you want to try, it's quite easy. Just get blotting paper and the ink and all the other things I think most people have in their house, like brushes and containers. So you just need to get yourself some good acrylic ink and blotting paper, and that's all. Okay, it's now the next day. They are dried, and nothing too crazy, but I think it's quite nice. This one I like a lot, actually. I think it's a bit different from the others, but overall a very fun practice. And this is with the other paper, and it's a bit it drips quite easily, so it's not perfect, but it's also quite fun to handle because it's a bit different than the thicker ones. But yeah, I think I prefer those because the workflow is less fiddly and yeah, not so easy to make mistakes as with this one. And I think these are cheaper as well. That's quite special Japanese calligraphy paper, and it's pretty expensive. But I just bought this one just to try, and because it's a bit more, a bit closer to the things that they actually use in Japan for Suminagashi. But it's, yeah, I mean, yeah. So now I'm going to cut out a piece of this and put it into my sketchbook. I'm gonna start to kind of put photos and things I do into this, so I have kind of like an sketchbook, and this is actually gonna be my first thing I put in here. Yeah, and I'm gonna continue doing that, and hopefully I can fill this thing up, and hopefully it'll help me be more consistent and do stuff more regularly. Cheers, bye.